right. I think we are on now. Okay. Please, let's join the show. When we join, we share. So we can see thank you for coming on. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody. When you join, you share. Let's get the show on, ladies and gentlemen. We'll still start in 5 minutes, so we need everybody to be on board. We need everybody on deck, you know. Yep. So once you join, you have the responsibility to share, because this is a very important show, and we're going to ensure that we get the message across to everybody. It remains primordial for us to get our message across. You know, today is a special Monday, and we want to thank the people of Boya, especially for living up to task, for setting the record straight, because that is the idea, and that is the spirit, and that's how it's going to stay. So once you join, you share and invite everybody. So in the next couple of minutes, I should be starting in like 4 minutes or thereabout. We're sure that we're building the platform, and we already have quite a number watching. And so for everybody who is coming in, you know, you have the responsibility to share extensively to other platforms, so that we can have everybody, especially those from Ground Zero, watching this live show. I want to thank you so much for your undiluted support. I also want to think that the independence movement of Southern Cameroon remains the priority of every single Ambazonian. That is why there is no joke when it comes to issues of a collective movement. Reason why we remain very committed to our fight for independence. And that is why for over so many years, La Republic has been unable to penetrate us, or probably do otherwise. The Southern Cameroon's independence movement is legit cause, very legitimate, and that is why the people of Ambazonia are very resolute in making sure their independence is an issue that is not on the table for bargain. You know, self-determination is a very important and crucial human right. And that is why I have continuously, consistently, and persistently speak of the need of everybody on Ground Zero to own guns and to defend themselves. There is only one crime in this movement. One crime. I want to say one crime. And the one crime is upon those who fail to teach the people to take guns to defend themselves. I am not the author of the Second Amendment. You know, a lot of people will not understand the dynamics of war, of a revolution. And especially when a government that is supposed to protect a people declares war on the people, on a particular people. It only gives me the latitude to decide to what extent to preach the handling of guns. It is something that I tell a lot of people all the time. That you see, as Eric Tato, personally, I understand a lot of things about life, even at my age. Because there is one thing that some people, let me not say everybody, some people think they can run away from, but which is inevitable in human life. And that one thing is death. You know, that one thing is death. Because I know that everybody is going to die somehow, someday. And I'm very prepared. And I'll tell you what the secret about death. So that's why if people say go and kill Eric Tato or go and do this, they think that, you know, and unfortunately, those people don't even know bad boys. That's the most unfortunate thing. You see, the determination of the people of Ambazonia is what is giving Bia sleepless nights. You know, the importance of our movement is rooted in the legitimacy that the U.S. Congress has indirectly bestowed upon us. That is why Ekema Patrick and his gang of state-sponsored terrorists, yes, I'm calling those who want to march in Boya terrorists. That's their name. And you know, we know what to do with terrorists. You see, the most important thing is the fact that Ekema Patrick will be so sorry about what will happen tomorrow. I say this because I do this video as a form of reassurance to all those youths who want to put their entire families on the line because of a man who is pursuing very selfish political ambitions. I will analyze to you and to tell you that Ekema Patrick is operating in a different level and he's ignorant, probably ignorant of what he's doing. And I want to say here today that this movement and the arrest of chiefs, please, when you join, you share. I will start this show with 1K views because it's a special show. I want everybody on Ground Zero to get this message. I think we already have close to 500,000. And that is a strength because, you know, every Ambazonian understands now, every Ambazonian now understands the dynamics of the movement. And I want you to understand one thing. That we have gone beyond. When I say beyond, I mean way beyond the existentialities of tribal linings, where a small group of people who do not even represent a community can say that they want to say that they are angry. That, let me say here today, and this message is for those fake Bakuri people who are with Ekema, because no real Bakuri person can stoop that low, and not Bakuri people. You know, a lot of people do not understand. And so I want to be very specific about the things that will happen to people who will go for that march pass. Now Ekema has changed. After my audio last night, he hurriedly removed a communique to include people of goodwill. There is no problem. But I wanted to say this, that this movement is above. I've spoken with a lot of Bakori people, even some people who are related to the chief of Lisoka Molue, who died. I've spoken to a lot of them, and they say that they are not in support 1,000,000,000% against what Ekema is doing, and that Ekema does not speak for the Bakori people. And now let me say this. For a man who stole degrees, an academic thief, an intellectual nincompoop, a certificate bandit, what do you expect? He reasons with his toes. His reasoning faculty is in his toes. That's where they are. Because you know that in life and in politics, a man who does not want to speak for the people stays quiet. Look at my friend, my good friend, the mayor of Manfe, who started doing rubbish. I just told him that for me to Garri him is 10 seconds. All of them know me. They know what I used to do. Because I always say this, that when I see people, you know, talking some things that I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand, because when you say that, go and kill Eric Tato, go and do this, I begin to look at you like you're a mad person. You want to come and kill a ghost? How do they kill a smoke? I mean, smoke, you don't catch smoke. So how will you want to come and kill me? I'm smoke. Let me tell you something. Ekema Patrick, I want this message to be clear, that I said it in my audio yesterday, and I want to repeat it. I respect everybody who is Bakri. Please, if you join, you punch on share, you punch on like, you punch on more shares, and you write independence and independence. That is what everybody should be typing. Independence and independence. That is all. Or you type Garri na Garri. So because I'm talking a lot about Garri today. So when you have somebody like Ekema Patrick, who wants to put the lives of a few Bakori children that he has hired, and some people think that it is something that we'll have to sit and watch. Yes, Ekema has the right to organize his protest, but not in our capital. Because the first thing is that Ekema does not have the jurisdiction. His jurisdiction is not in Boya. It should be somewhere in Bomeka or elsewhere. Please, if you join, you type independence and independence. We want independence. That is all we want. It's either independence or independence. We don't want nothing else. So when you join, you type. Everybody who is watching, invite everybody on board, and we'll start this message with Ekema when we are 1,000 watching. We're almost there. So you invite, you share, you invite, and bring everybody. Now, I want to say this. And listen, you can quote me anywhere. My name is Eric Tato. Let me be clear with this. These people want to go and march. We have their pictures. We have some of their names who attended that meeting with Ekema. We forgive everybody who was there at the meeting. We just want to forgive them. However, for those who will march, let me make this point very clear. Tomorrow is Tuesday. There's going to be a special ghost town. I think other activists will have to announce it. So you have to share this message so that you get to everybody in Boya. If you are somebody who is related to anybody in Boya, call the person on phone or send a message that the people of Ambazonia, through their interim government and other activists, are announcing a special ghost town only for Boya. All other towns can function. But we will shut down Boya tomorrow because we want to make sure that what has happened to our 4 youths today in Boya should happen to as many as 100 people who will go to the streets tomorrow to march against our movement. That is what I want to say. And let me say this very clearly. I am a Bamenda man. I am a Manu man. I am a Bakuri man because I went to school in Buea. I am a Santan man, a Bakosi man because I'm Southern Cameroons. I am every tribe in Southern Cameroons. That's the message I want all these divide and rule people should get. That there is nothing like Bamenda man. And there is no Bamenda man in Fako who is causing any havoc. I know that in that meeting, Ekema and the other persons, they said that they want to use Bakweri witchcraft to use elephants and go and destroy crops in Bamenda people's farm. That is the insider I heard. That they want to do witchcraft. Well, we want to say that any elephant that will be seen will be killed. Any animal eating post crops will be killed and you'll die in your house. We are not afraid. And let me say this. What I do, that is why no court in the world can hold me guilty of any crime. Because even in America, what I've learned in America is that you announce something before you take action. Especially what we call survivor information. When you go to where there is camera, they say this house is under camera surveillance. When the speed limit, they say this speed limit camera, photo camera or photo is enforced. It means that they are informing you so that you should not say that I did not know. I did not know is not a bargain. That is why I am telling you people that tomorrow will be the bloodiest day in Buea for people who want to go and march. Now, I have said that the people who are there with Ekema, they are not Bakuri people. That's why I say fake Bakuri people. And Ekema is extending invitation to everybody. We have to make sure that that march past is a failure. And apart from their special will not to go, we are also going to take military measures against anybody who wants to go and march against the will of the government of Ambazonia. The Federal Republic of Ambazonia has a government, and all activists have said that there is going to be no march past in Buea because it has not been authorized by the interim government. And that is why we are coming out with full force to say that tomorrow is a special ghost town for the whole of Buea only. Please don't get confused. There is no ghost town in any part of Ambazonia apart from Buea. And if Ekema claims that these people are Bakuri people, I want to make this point here very clean and clear. That Bakweri is not the only tribe in Southern Cameroon. And that I'm saying this with respect to all other Bakweri people who are kind-hearted and who are good to the movement. But for the fake Bakweri people, this is what I want to say. That Bakweri is not the only tribe in Southern Cameroon. And if it would take us, all other tribes, to fight and kill every fake Bakweri man who is standing against this movement, we are going to do it. If Ekema wants to make an intertribal war first before we do a war for the movement of the independence of Southern Cameroons, we will do it and we will not regret. Yes, oh yes. That is what is going to happen. If you know that you are a man, go and march tomorrow. Let's see. When you want to go and march tomorrow to legitimize, because this is what Ekema wants to do. I want us to listen. It's a simple instruction from Yaoundé. They were planning this all along. It's not because of the chief who died. Because I'll give you poor analysis about chiefs. Now, Biya wants to organize elections in Ambazonia. So he's looking for every means to legitimize elections. Because the international community is against Biya. So Ekema will ask these youths to march with placards that he will design and give them. And then when they carry it, they will take pictures and videos and it will be all over social media and international TVs. They will put it all over newspapers. They have their papers there. They call this other fake Francophone newspaper. How do they call it? I have to remember the name. The Info Matin and the rest of those papers. They will legitimize it and then they will not send it out to the French government to put it on other television stations saying that, look at the very people of Ambazonia, they are against this movement. So it means that the movement has failed. This is their plan. This is what they want to do. This is exactly what they want to do. And so, you look at what is going on. It's simply a political arrangement from Yaoundé. They want pictures so that they will put it out there and say, okay, this is what is happening. So I want to say that if you want to go and march, if you are a youth, because we are going to Garri people live on the spot who are marching. That is a fact. I put my boys there. That if you step your foot out, the 4 boys that I've killed in Boya, those are innocent boys who were playing draft. Because initially we published 3, but the figure went up to 4 because they have brought the 4th person to the mortuary or something. So there are 4 boys who were killed playing draft somewhere quiet on Ghost Town there. The military came and met a number of them. As others tried to run, they shot 4 and killed 4 and wounded 2. So we would have lost 6 of our brothers, but we have lost 4. If you put 4 plus the number of people, a number of youths that have been killed the last 16 days in southern Cameroon, including 2 men of God, it will give you a total of 108 persons that have been wasted. This number is even underrated. So if Ekema says that you should go and march, please, good luck. I said, good luck. And let me say this for the records, that I don't say something that I don't do. Pass this message to those youths that my name is Eric Tato. If I see you marching alongside Ekema, I'll Garri you instantly or afterwards. This is war, and there's no joke about it. For people, listen, let me tell you people something. First and foremost, I want to advise you who wants to go and march. If you want to go and march, carry your house and your entire family on your head. Because while you are marching on the street of Bongo Square to the governor's office, your family members will be calling you in the house, Daddy, there's fire in the household. Yes, that's what we're going to do. When you want to go and march, if you are 100 of you, look for all those bills. Because if you put 10 bills in front of the house, we'll Garri them and Garri the house. So it is a clear message that I'm giving because I have to inform you. It is war. And tomorrow is a special ghost town, especially for those of you around Bongo. If you go out around Bongo Square and even beyond, you will be Garri irrespective of who you are. So get this message to them that this thing is not a joke. I want it to be very clear to anybody who thinks that the independent movement of Ambazonia is some romance or is some issue about the Bakuri people. No, it is not a Bakuri matter. It is a Southern Cameroon issue. And if some people think that they want to use this between Grafi, Bakuri, and all of that, it is nonsense. Majority, if you want to know, majority of the boys who are fighting in Boya, they are from Manu. There are some from Bakosi, if you want to know. Let me remind Ekema. The first chief who was killed is a Manu chief from Akwaya. Yes. Ask, they will tell you. The Manu youths of Akwaya, they started with their chiefs. Because the many chiefs in Manu were given embargo not to come back. I gave embargo to Tabetandu, chief of Bachontai. Why did the Manu people of Bachontai not go and march against me or against the movement? Why did the people of Akwaya not march against the movement? People stay and are making noise. Enoni Ephraim is in jail. He's a chief from Bakingili. He's in jail for how long that Bia locked an innocent man claiming that he had money. Because anybody who is against Bia is an embezzler. But Bia himself is a chronic criminal who has embezzled and siphoned all our funds to Swiss banks and the rest. And some people think that we are joking. You want to only... Where is Ekema Patrick? You want to protest because of the chief of Lisoka Moluwe. So the family has given you the responsibility now to protest. I want to ask you, when the chief, the military beat up and killed, they beat the chief of Mbenya in Eremojo. Yes, the chief was just buried 2 weeks ago. He was beaten and killed by the military of La Republic. Why did they come out? Not organize a march past on behalf of the people of Emojo. Did you see any mayor going there to say that? Let me tell you something. I think some of you think that this movement is a marriage certificate that you are signing in the council. Listen, let me say this. If you know that you are a man, listen, I'm not even bothered about Ekema because we'll take care of Ekema in a later date. I'm concerned at the people who want to get brainwashed. That if you know that you are a man, you have the bile, the courage. My goodness, go tomorrow and march, let's see. Go tomorrow and march. No, listen, I know that some of you like to try things. If you go tomorrow and march, I want to assure you that you live the rest of your lives with either one hand or one leg. Go tomorrow and march. Let's see. Yes, restoration forces. Don't be weakened. You don't need to do any video anymore to begin to explain about any chief. If anybody, the chiefs are under investigation, I will release them when we release them. That is why this other nincompoop, Success in Kumu, that we have removed from the group of activists, is the only one who goes and talks contrary against the chief because he thinks that some Boya people is just to tell you the mind of people in this movement. That's somebody who is working with the government of La Republic through Ekema. Otherwise, why would all of Ambazonian be united and one dubious man who called himself a pastor, a criminal, an ordained criminal, Success in Kumu will come and say that these chiefs, this is. You see, I don't have problems with nobody. We are in a group with all activists, Mark Barita, Kemi Ashu, Ashu Kingsley, everybody at Kosin were in one group. And we said unanimously that Success in Kumu is not an activist. So we removed him. He was just lucky. We do not know how he got into that video where activists were doing a no-election campaign. And that is why we want to keep the faith, because we will not tolerate anybody who would come and talk contrary to the aspirations of 8 million people. We will not accept it. And let me say this. Let me be clear with anybody that the march tomorrow in Boya is going to be treason. And we know how we listen, it's going to be treason against the government of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. This one is not a joke. If you know, I don't talk no. Listen, Mami might talk for pidgin. Me Mami the yes, sir. Call your Peking for Boya. Whole year, every university student why you say Ekema they can't give some the money for go march. Now whether you see Ekema don't change the tone. They say uproar of goodwill because they won't pay students from Lycée Moliko and Boya and other places they for go march. So I want to say any mommy where you get picking for Boya, where you get relative for Boya, as you hear me, call it, tell it, say tomorrow Boya go pass in Sanakan. You know you have Sanakan battle for history. Because we not go spare any man where go come out outside to go support that regime. Because that picture they go take them, they go send them for Yaoundé. So what make me be very clear. Say no joke, no day about it too at the top. If you be student, you come out, you go house for some deep, you know even go house. They only can carry you, go put up that coal house. I mean from mutual. Now the next place I will go from that road we won't go march. So if you not feel say this movement as a movement where so now can talk about Bakweri, about Bayangi. No, we're not there for that nonsense. We don't pass blame for people that will talk about groups, villages, and all this. We will fight as a collective people. And if some person feel say this thing as on team way, we're going to discuss them for back. Me, I don't talk say I need to fear me any man for arrest me. Because as I did so, I get the laws for this country of America from my hand. I read that law well, and I know which side. Not day for this country I don't go against the law. Not one thing, because I know I read them well, and I'm a right as activists for can't tell my people how to defend themselves. So if you feel say you feel ever for your lifetime can't disturb the movement, you get like if you ask yourself just a minute, say if not be witchcraft. If not be witchcraft and politics, how many you don't kill 4,000 people? If you were one go march, might appeal only to your conscience before you take military action. Ask yourself, say, that way they burn mommy happy for Kwakwa, alive for a house. They burn the other mommy for Mongondo, burn mommy them for Bokoso. They burn people, they are alive for Kembong, Sute, Bishop of Manfe go there, Bishop Inkea go there. Una see away, dogs and the chop human being for Kembong and for Njege. They burn people them for Banye Panya. They burn people them for Munyenge. They don't burn people them. Keep a whole family for Offensiven. They kill man and he picking them for Njinikijem, for Bello. They go try inside water. They kill people from Bali. Look the one today for Boya. Go for Etoko my 22. Go for Widikum, for Bifam. Go for Simon Jam for Bekora. Now who side never kill people? Now shame. say that they kill our brothers and sisters and rape someone. So, all these people they talk in favor of the Republic. They only know for talking about chief. They rape Pekin. 17-year-old Pekin where soldier, military man, wall and rape him for Bamenda. Because another small Pekin, get another small Pekin Bobby. So, they rape that Pekin so Ekema not see him. Government delegate not see him. For rape case, where they rape Pekin, maybe the hungry is sick. None of them not see him. For hook up talk say, why military rape the Pekin? They not see him. They don't block chop. Chop that they enter for the BLM, Ekema, they don't hear that one. They don't burn 60 villages. No money see that one. Just recently, now in that of Boya, for corner Ekema mob for a house. They don't kill 4 of our youths them. Ekema no start make communicate. Mayor for council, for a municipality. Where they have the right for condemn. The 2 military, they do them. It didn't say condemn our people. Mayor na elected official for people. Or against people. What it means say, now why that way, what about Pini, my brother Oliver? Only if you talk about Pini, the key how many people of Pini? The key people of Pini, they say na Rwanda. Then when I can't talk say Bakweri, Bamenda Grafi. That one is nonsense. See any person, if you as we do the live show, if they don't ever burn your village or attack for your village, just the type name for your village, people they see how many villages where they don't tamper with. Look, the small boy they kill them for Munya. If you never hear, just type hashtag your village. Say genocide in, if na Menka you put them. Genocide in offensive you put them. Genocide in Njinikijem put them. So anybody watch, if they don't attack your village, you put them. I will continue for the talk other things. I go again for chiefs. Military kill big chief from Benin for a mojo, kill him. You go for chief for Eshobi, regent for Eshobi. They burn the machine, burn the house. Go for chief them for the BLM. They burn houses and they. Una see am for video. Go for Oshe. The burn chief he has for Oshe. For Angwo, the burn chief. The Karne has. Now, all this say they do and so. From Kwakwa to Bekora to Munyenge to Moyoka to Boya to Tiko to Njinikijem to Widikum Bifam Ofen Tiben to Batibo to Kuku, Kugwe, Kendem, Etoko, Kembong, Njege, for the whole southern Cameroons. Nguti, Manyamen, Nemam, Ngi. They don't burn all sides. No mayor, no politician, even the one who vote and Bengui. No one of them. Never come out, type your village, put genocide there, make the Siam. Them who see you way will still get hurt. So if you say if they don't burn all our villages, them. Some man there for this movement, for Southern Cameroon's way, he never be affected. Either say his brother don't die, or his friend his brother, or his sister, also a person who know him. Or now which way some man who hook up on Facebook so not cry. Where they don't kill his friend, we don't see his friend again. What about this small Alain, young fine boy where they kill him for Moyoka? What about the next Pierre, where they kill him for Menji? I mean, when I want to tell you what about Teke? I mean, when we see people them, where they say they get hard for Bakumba. Bakumba na village for this side from Bonga side them. Because you got another Bakumba for Upper Bayan, where they for that side for Awanchi Bicheku. So Bakumba that for day. You go tell Ayukaba, they don't burn them too. Now also they never attack them for Southern Cameroons. My 16 body famba. Genocide everywhere. For Bansolan, for Kumbu. Everywhere there's genocide. But food, they don't kill all man for it. For Bolin, not to talk of Bolin. What about Father Sop, Menka? Then some people they talk say, make they go march against one chief. I want to talk this one clean and clear. Say we respect all chiefs. Because chiefs them, na custodian for our culture. Chiefs them, they remain very vital. Because since from the days of the Southern Cameroon's House of Chiefs, from our House of Chiefs, we know so we respect chiefs. But we need to respect chiefs where they go against the very culture of the people. All chiefs are there to protect their civilians, their subjects. So if they don't arrest a number of chiefs, because say those chiefs them, they under investigation because they be allegation the day, say those chiefs them very virgins. And as soon as that fact is cleared, I've been telling a long time ago, say no man will touch those chiefs. So if Ekema, he say he go do anything, make it try to see. I will come back to talk about the Ekema thing, but I talk about this very important thing about the tertiary sisters of St. Francis for Shishong. You know, I beg anybody watching video, me share them, especially phone line leaders, me get to them because I don't contact a lot of people. The tertiary sisters, now a group of goodwill Catholic sisters, where they did for Shishong, and they did that unit na St. Francis. So last week or so, I put that report together. They come out Manfe, they go Kumba, where they go take care for cardiac patients because they do their boss, a whole boss where they carry the whole cardiac center. So I talk so with tears from my eyes because I feel very hurt about which way I've reported I get on the ground for my second stringers. They say some group of boys them between Konya and Kumba, the travel get the exact location. They arrest those sisters them, detain them, and then later release them. I just say those sisters they will go for some father house for Konya around there. And which will be very upsetting. Now say, I beg, anybody listen, I appeal this for all man when a restoration force, when I fake or read on. Because I know say the Republic don't put people to do this kind of job. So restoration forces, when I get to comb the bushes around the Kumba Konya side, because it be useless for keep this equipment in. They become can treat cardiac patients, the heart patients for Kumba. And then they take the whole bus without equipment for them. So I'll be very, very touched because we not get no use for the kind of people the way that they do this thing. However, even I be taken corner, if you say this sister they need respect goes down or whatever, I might assume so. We get the responsibility now to go for any nearby mission house or Presbyterian house, any nearby man of God. But mission, of course, calling mission. We go give this equipment for them. Give this sister an iPad. Give this sister a phone. Will not be bring curses upon ourselves, I beg you. If it be restoration force or restoration force that they listen to me at this moment, and you get any idea about any group where you take this equipment, we no one talk say, and not say if you like been at a republic, but me God touch that group of people the way government send them to do the job, me they go give back that equipment for sisters. If now our restoration force will arrest because of a certain reason, may they still take the conscience for go find some sister or church around, make they give these things back. For tertiary sisters and for Shishong, St. Francis of Shishong. Tertiary sisters, they actually out now for humanitarian work. At this time, we get for no say we need all these medical services. And government feel only block we, but these sisters can get access at least to go places for treat our own people. The sisters now neutral people, the way that they pray for peace and respect the prayers for Reverend sisters. May we not undermine because as according to HYSF from refugees from Nigeria, where they send refugees, they don't write me, they thank Bishop from Manfe, Bishop in Kea. I see refugees and my friend that I know from Nigeria, they thank Bishop from Manfe plenty. Say Bishop in Kea come for day. I say Bishop in Kea come for he send team from Nigeria for help a humanitarian for refugees them. They help refugees of more than 23 million pounds worth of goods, medication. So please, Muna, remember the good work where Catholic Church they do them for we. I beg Muna. Make no man, we could not dirty our hand. Of course, not be Amber boys and but any Amber boy we know, arrest the boy, they take the equipment, we not kill them, we not give them for sister, and ask them why they do that kind of job. Because we not put ourselves for play for La Republic. La Republic, they molest, they keep prison. They keep Father Sop from Moyoka, they argue, saying a lie, but when they go hospital, they go move in a military bullet. They shoot the other father, Father Tar, they shoot Ambazonian. They shoot Pastor Arthur Isaac for Batibo. They naked the other Pastor KK for Osing Parish carry pastor or sing naked, so they bring them for police. If not be say bishop intervene as I hear when my police friend tell me. So we not be go that level with our republic where they do bad things for our reverend. Please, meet no man, not ever. Restoration forces, listen to me. For your lifetime, if you see any man with dress clerical column, he dress like sister, ask the ID card, ask the question. If he prove, because our republic will dress like pastor for can't do something. Ask him for be sure. If na sister, if you worry on the spot, if you get my number, call me anytime, we'll answer call, we will do clearance, do investigation. Ask a few questions, call 1 or 2 priests, take pictures, say, Father, you know the person, they'll say, yes, now this sister, you're leaving me go. Not ever arrest sister or father, I beg you. Will not get forever for our lifetime for this movement. Touch any man of God. However, if any man of God or woman of God where he won't take the republic that give forgive our people, we go Garri the person. That one, we need to judge that one. So please, tertiary sisters, they will be arrested for between Konya and Kumba. They take their cardiac equipment, a whole cardiac center, because a lot of people they die from heart attack. So please, may we make sure say we track this equipment them whether they inside bush for any site. We'll continue. Me all activities that they listen to me. I bet. May they come put hands on deck. Me will preach about the release of this equipment. Now, the whole center and now one of the only cardiac center will get up for the whole of West Africa. Now it is serve all man for Southern Cameroon. Everyone will get independence. We will still need that cardiac center. So government want to make sure say we destroy all things, and we will probably not accept them. So me all restoration forces, they put their hands on deck for make sure say we get to the root of this matter. It will be our first major achievement for say, oh, they don't go give back this cardiac center for any nearby priest. Now remember the good work for the bishop from Manfe, where they do as the man of God for help our refugees. Now remember all the prayers, the way all other men of God that they pray for we. The only reason why the movement they go ahead now because the prayers, oh, they get them from religious authorities. That they pray for we very seriously. That they pray for we, and irrespective of the fact say they get pressure for Ground Zero, they still remain one of our heroes them because of their steadfastness for reject the government politics, for give them that chop, say they go give our people. I don't get information say most of not, if not all of the men of God them, they don't reject that gambit where our republic bring and say humanitarian assistance. We thank them, and I want to assure the tertiary sisters, if any man of God they listen to me at this time, say we go try our best for ensure say we talk for restoration forces for the bushes of Kumba. It will be a campaign now till we make sure say those equipments will be released. If they take an government, people they go make that corner take and we go try for no way to happen. Sometimes people in our military they do them so they guide these guys into our boys but God is going to help us to track this equipment. Meanwhile, me Catholic Church and all other Christians or all other denominations, may they keep on praying for us. With this said, I move for another level for religion for talk about Cardinal Tumi and the Monzo conference where they say they come up. I still see this opportunity for talk say, I go talk for one more time and I'll continue for talk and say, even if na Pope come for that conference, we go Garri Pope. So may they send this message clean for Cardinal Tumi. Say, we're not there for make any joke about that conference because the conference not go hold. Because any man, we don't already talk. Say any man where he say he want try people. Make them go for that conference, make we see him. So when I talk something, I need to talk the through my mouth. No. I don't talk say any man for that conference where Monzo organize them, not be Cardinal Tumi. If any man dare go for that conference, this one a fact. Boys will already be ready. I said boys will already be ready for defend homeland. So if you go there, I'm not even sure they will enter for inside the gate or for the hall. Because we take the necessary measures and they will take them to ensure, say, me that conference not hold. Besides, we get information say La Republic to the plan for make attack for peace mediation and amber them. No problem. We will take the responsibility. Anything happen for that, we'll take responsibility. If any man will not say get canas, we get 2 events that they be banned for Ambazonian. The march tomorrow, organized by Ekema, and that conference organized by Monzo. Monzo and Ekema are the worst Anglophone enemies. On no one see them. They even bad parts at Tanganjipo. Amuna no say Monzo don't succeed for getting the publicity we want them as Monzo. It don't succeed because a man will not be take care about it. So it don't succeed. So we go make sure say we will give him more publicity when they go to report about the fact say newspaper they get for all newspapers of Cameroon, for La Republique and for Ambazonia, the Sun, the Post, the Guardian Post, the Eden, the Voice, the Drum, all newspaper them. One that I don't remember called their name. The media. You get all of Munawona, the Independent Observer, all my colleagues them for JI. Una be ready for report this story. Say, una use the word Garri. Munzu's one hand has been carried, because that is going to be the headline that will be after that conference, because we go Garri one hand so that it go one hand so una report out the camera with that one hand of me Garri. So it's not a joke. If Munzu official the joke, either before, during, or after Munzu leave and during and after the conference, we go Garri one hand if he dare for go for that place. That said, I go back now to this very important issue where we talk when at the crux of the matter, because we know say beyond no say U.S. Congress or whole hearing about the Ambazonian crisis. Today the yes say 95%, according to which Dr. Barrister Bala write, they say 95% of the people that were southern Cameroons, if not maybe even 98, they want independence. So now beyond the arrangement to make sure say when Ekema march, they go use those pictures as we talk for ensure say they send them for international community, so that they try for talk say, oh, look, these people they're not there for the independent ask will not be claimed for U.S. Congress. Excuse me. Now, what be the idea? The idea is that the pictures they go viral, and when they go viral now, Biafra will use that opportunity for declare ceasefire, unilateral ceasefire. You go declare unilateral ceasefire, and then for call for elections. You know, say by law. Now, this is what we are going to do. I want me Biafra know in advance. By law, unilateral ceasefire means say waiting. It means say the man where he declare elections, rather where he declare just a minute. Man where he declare war for unilateral ceasefire, where he call for unilateral ceasefire. It means say all man get for you stop war fighting not go there again. So he call unilateral and say he call. Now he want to declare, now he call off. And they go move all the troops. And I know say they not go move and do, but the war will stop. So that is the idea. Now soon as they right that way, the Republic won't go. However, I want the interim government be ready. Say, since we Biafra declare war and we will defend ourselves, when Biafra will declare unilateral ceasefire, we will not declare our own war officially minutes after he declare unilateral ceasefire, because elections get to be shut down for southern Cameroons. So if Biafra say now so it go operate, first and foremost, we don't urge Biafra long for take his troops, his soldiers out of southern Cameroon. So if Biafra for declare unilateral ceasefire, so that means peace day. That time, you know, normally for elections, when you go shoot gun, when gun the year gun do election, that election be null and void. It be null and void, and so Biafra no fine say guns they go be shot on that day. So now the calculation that where Biafra think now the last joke at that. But mean interim government get ready. Say as soon as they declare, in fact, interim government get for any of these days declare war to against the Republic. So that when Biafra do unilateral ceasefire, our own war will still continue, because now when we declare, now he stop the war. So interim government now get for move ahead for declare war. President get for can declare war. Sign warrant of arrest against a lot of these officials. Them Eno Tanjong, Tabetando, or Honorable Pum Suzanne. You go for Bakwi, get Bakwisa, get Ekema Patrick, from Mokete. You go get full Kalisos Gentry, Atanganjipo, all the elites, I'll give you all them for the elites for various countries. We go put them for a warrant of arrest. They will declare our own war any of these days, so that even when Biafra will declare that unilateral ceasefire, we'll continue with the fight, because our own government never declare unilateral ceasefire. That is how it's going to be, because I already know from insiders saying that the technique the way Biafra won't do, so we're going to stop them ahead of time. We're going to make sure, say the war continue until the war is going to continue until international bodies they come, if I thought they won't ever come, for ensure say they stop the war. If not, nothing. We need to respect no unilateral ceasefire, because we need to declare our own war. That one be said. So that's what I be talking now, say our mineral resources, they take one mineral every day from Indian. Now, most of the oil even goes on the route. They don't put pipe from Indian to they go to on the sand, all of those. Now, this is a simple thing. Because you know, say, it will be difficult for we, because of resources, for go follow those pipes and all of those things. We will try for future, no doubt. But for now, the solution for stop this exploitation for our mineral resources, now arrest of the people the way they buy this mineral from the Republic. Who will be these people? I've already identified for you. And former Ghanaian President J. Rawlings, he already talk openly. Say now because of oil, where they kill we. I don't know which way I feel talk, but I don't say when me, before I want to come up for talk something, now maybe that they give that way God give me, I will be sure of which way I want to talk. And I really fear. If today US government, US ambassador, they give BR pressure, I think to an extent, I think single-handedly take the credit. Because I start talk about the Bamenda must go, Francophone must go stuff before US ambassador start react. So things and the way, we're not going to fear for talk because one of us say hate speech, say they will catch person for FBI, we can't do this. My turn at one reason why I go for FBI. I don't go for FBI. That was my third time when I visit FBI. Because say, you know, say each time when they can talk, say FBI wants to arrest this person, this fake news where some people they publish are up and down. Say FBI wants to arrest this or that. Wait till happen and say it take me like 2 or 3 days for the talk about FBI when I fake news. Now I'm telling you, so we don't want to get that kind of discussion about FBI Interpol again. Now why I don't go there so that we'll just stop the rubbish. We're not getting time for the talk thing away, not be necessary. So FBI no arrest, no activists. Never. I don't go right for clearance 13. And any of these days I will enter inside FBI, go for offices, talk with all those big people. Now America this. So some people they visit on time, something, anything for America, they now it be covered by law, not be space. You get right for go any side, get your clearance, you go any place one time. So me people they stop for make all this noise about all of this. With this said, as we talk about front FBI, and I want me American government hear me very well as I talk to one. Me the International Criminal Court hear me very well. And then it means my words. I don't talk say people them from China, Britain, France and Russia. These 4 countries and others. Now that they sponsor terrorism and genocide for Cameroon. They give the government for Mr. Bia money for use and buy weapons for kill our people. And for we, I tell you one thing. If you want to see magic, just catch like 10 British people them, or a mix of British, Chinese, French, and Russians. Just catch like 10 or 15. We will do video. Not be something we say in la Republic Kasham. We're not there for this kind. See, me are not there for this kind of discussion. For war, where you want to know your strength for war, when you do something, you take responsibility. Forget about that thing say la Republic talk say now because they do that thing the way they grievous out of context with human rights and justice. Now I they fear no ambassador not go shoot picking killer with mommy. You know ever happen. So now I they deny not be them do am, but later they ever can green. Now when you catch the 15 or 20 of these people them, these white people them, you arrest them, do video talk say Ambazonian Defense Force. You understand? Ambazonian, that's all of Ambazonian. Say we the people of Ambazonia. We don't arrest this group of nationals from China, Britain, France, and Russia. And with the talk say, if their governments they not come take out their equipment that they drill oil for Jan and for the shores of Limbe, we go Garri these people. See them. Put me anywhere in the talk. If you fear, tell them say, if you fear, say, now every title to some of the catch people. Yes! And you get right. You get right now, you're right for cash manway, it empower your enemy. Now, part of self-defense. If you know say man get source of finance for do you bad, you got to first stop that source. Now, whether we need level, any might be threat for the movement. So, I see talks here for today. Listen very well. Quote me anywhere. My name is Eric Kato. Arrest all these Chinese, British, all those Chinese for Limbe. If you see any Chinese man for Limbe when he go for Wawatago cash fish, arrest him. When you arrest it, boy, side this movement go change. This thing not be joke. You have to take that responsibility. All ground forces, not be shaking. Says one chief don't die in captivity. No, you know why? As the restoration force they go to do video for do it to time. You dey explain it for who? We go contact that chief family one-on-one. Tell for the chief saying that story happened, and they know that story end. We not get no discussion with a group of people the way they don't care about other people that don't die. I mean. So we got to implement this. All I talk today, and it be clear. I need to change my word. Say any of these nationals, you get people from Britain, France, Russia, China. Now they give Bia money. See how much China give them just the other day. Me they buy weapons for kill our boys. So if you get any Chinese man for Southern Cameroon, arrest him. Now me I talk. Yes, you get right for arrest him. You get right for arrest him by international law. Now right. Any British man arrest him. Keep them as prisoner of war. Do videos. We'll send them out for BBC, CNN, Al Jazeera. Give all we put on Facebook to say yes, we will not arrest these people because they don't take our oil and then they give government guns for kill our people. Yes, that is a fact. The only reason, my turn on Tina, I the suspect say Bia, that Bia is so being bundled, not be the real Bia that. Maybe that time where Bia be the sick, when lost so, they surely take it go France, they go cloning, according to information one get I say, the person who surely they inside that skin not be Bia, but I not be talk authoritatively because I need to investigate that kind of story. But I don't hint to I just am. Say because you know normal say for 2 years they keep people president she don't quiet. It's not normal. French people they get that interest. Now our oil. Now what I say Britain, where is supposed to protect democracy. Britain no she don't quiet because say all their companies, all their civilians away, they get social security benefits. They don't take an investment for oil for Cameroon. Yes. We'll get the highest oil deposits for West Africa. We'll get gold. We'll get Bamenda, get enough iron ore, and all of that. So, all through the Fidla Republic and Gabon and the rest of those countries of Simadzo, they're coming after we. So, if we stop this, if we cut them completely, and the only way we cut them, now for arrest these people. Now, before I want to go, I want to tell the people from Michigan, the Michigan Anglophone community from Michigan say, the refugees of Nigeria, they really express a lot of thanks to Fauna because the people from Michigan, they do a lot of donations. They carry cloth, mattresses, and all of those stuff. They go give refugees from Nigeria. So we'll be very happy with this kind of gestures. I mean, all other communities, they emulate the community for Michigan. And I want also tell my new brothers and sisters from Michigan, say, I will most likely they will tune on the 18th for Michigan because I don't get an invitation, special invitation to go Michigan, although it coincides with the movement, the meeting for here. I will do everything possible for see what it will do for B-Day because it's been necessary. So we thank the Michigan community and we thank the Manu people them from Michigan where they get the opening for their rapper or their meeting club or their regalia. We thank them very much and for let them know that they have my support, they have support of all activists. In the meantime, I will do a full sponsored article for publishing for National Telegraph official page for that Michigan event where they come on. But we'll keep thanking that. Why I want to make this announcement again, I talk say, any man when a Southern Cameroonian, you get the right, if you get anything where you want me to announce and where be in favor of the movement, you always contact me and I will do your announcement for free. Like now, I get this book where they call it Scourge of Prejudice, will be published by my brother Timothy Keyake. That book, I will analyze them more because I see try to read the book, forget the sense inside the book. I want to brother Timothy say he'll be very fantastic writer and God bless you. I will drive myself personally. When he call me, I go for a house, I go pick up this book. And that is a service I do for Ambazonia. And I don't take no fuel, nothing from nobody because now my responsibility for assist people, for reach out as many people where they feel reach out. So if you get anything we want to announce and we be in favor of the movement, of course, Eric Tato and Eric Tato Tano will do that job very free of charge. But if you get any business we want to do, okay, National Telegraph will assist you and you will take care of what you have to do in order for Facebook to get your stuff go as wider as possible. So with that said, a lot of people they will for the last days or so create that National Telegraph official page. We don't get, according to statistics on Facebook, I don't get more than close to about 800,000 of people that don't visit, close to 1 million where they don't go for that page, go visit and back. A lot of people they only ask me, say, oh, send me this and send me that. Will not be the same stuff for everybody individually. It's very difficult. So I just simply teach you and I say, when some page there where they send a page for Facebook, do I know before say you got to like the page for me, I get likes? No, I don't need them. Because I get enough followers already who have to share on my pages, but it's not be easy for me. So if you want to follow me for Facebook for National Telegraph, you just go click for that bar for Facebook where you talk about search. You click National Telegraph, and then you go see I go come out empty. You know my logo. You click follow and like. When you click follow and like, you don't activate that page for the anything will post them, it will appear for your own page of Facebook. You have to follow all the news from all over the world. Because the essence I say I publish everything first for that page because it be official. Now the page with most international organizations they follow me because Facebook is sent them for all targeted audience. If I want to go for any section of the world, I pick call Facebook for do that job for me. So it be very normal. Say that page get a lot of strength past even my main account when I see and so because if you don't get close to 1 million visitors for that page for just 10 or 20 days, it's a huge one. So all Ambazonians, if you watch, if you invite your friends, may they follow that page because the more when I talk about an issue from that professional page, it gives a lot of reasons for international community where they follow that page. On Twitter, we'll be followed and we'll tag a lot of these people, including Donald Trump and all of that. Those are easy things to do. Sometimes when you say these things, some people think that it's a joke. I have a huge following on that page from Ghana, from Rwanda, a huge following from Burkina Faso. I get friends from Sierra Leone where they share that page, go right for Sierra Leone. So it's a very professional page. And by the way, I need to report issues and the way I used to report before. Why I report, I use Cameroon, but inside the story you will see, say the people prefer to be called Ambazonian because that's the right technicality to report those kind of stories that are going international. So with that said, I want again remind we say we not forget about Tertiary sisters. A point, we not forget say tomorrow a special ghost town day for Boya. We'll call on all activists to make short audio for ensure we'll send her out very powerfully. I want this opportunity once again for thank Dr. David Makongo. We don't create this group, Unified for Victory for all activists. I want to thank Mark Barretta, where he put very powerfully my post from the FBI. I thank you very much. I thank Kemi Ashu as well. I thank Ashu Kingsley, Coco Da Blinks, Joshua Carr, Capo Daniel, Akosin Pauline Jale, Akosin Raymond, my friend Salas from New York. I thank Vela Franklin, Joshua Carr. I repeat some of the names because I not get them written down. All activists them whether they follow the movement very closely. We say God bless you now and do not forget say this movement now one thing we must get right to a conclusive conclusion. I think with that said, thank you now very much and I want also send a special thank you for the BLM community. I think the people for Lewo and the entire BLM. In fact, last 2 nights, I had a lot of fun there where the BLM people, they showed their solidarity to assist our refugees. And we hope, say, everybody will follow that trend. You know, it remains very important. It's primordial for us all to understand the necessity of the strength of this movement. Now, by the way, no matter which way we think or way our Republic think, we definitely don't really go across the board. And no way, no ever the way will ever go back because say some person will feel say with the fear like Republic. No. The truth now say, no matter what it happen, whatever be the case, I want me people to always remember one thing. Say, most likely, the only thing will happen, I say, we go see what it will do in order for assist, for pacify our land as regards to the arrest of those chiefs before they will be released. But for now, those chiefs, they will remain for custody and not be issue about Bakri, now issue about Ambazonia. So any person where he won't go march tomorrow, when a special ghost town day, the person get it right for go march. But may God bless him. See you tomorrow. Special ghost town, you have the right, you have my permission to march, but God bless you while you're marching. Stay blessed.